Well, hello and welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and we are on another live stream this time to talk about how Meghan controls Harry, and it shows in Harry's body language. You can see it for yourself. You maybe at times you don't need a body language expert like me to point out these obvious manifestations of he's not exactly thriving as Demetra Autumn says sarcastically. But you can see that that light is just not there. And we will be taking a look at this recent mental health event where Meghan, especially Meghan, took the spotlight with all those words that she was, she was trying to make a point about mental health in the youth and social media. And but I think Harry was not sold on it. Like, what are we doing here? We don't even have teenagers or anything, and we are not even in social media. And I have to tell you, in many ways, it's realizing that Harry is a bit wary. I think that's the word that better describes him in these pictures. For example, you see that Meghan is always smiling. Meghan is always trying to, buy the complete world, the whole world with a smile. I don't know if she manages to do it with her fan base. I guess that her fan base, the sugars, the sausage squad, maybe they are sold on her. I don't know how many of them have deserted. But Harry, well, I don't think there is an actual fan base of Harry. They just tolerate him. And it shows. We zoom in, and you see that his eyes should be lively. They should be have energy. He's thriving. He is free. He is with the love of his life, and all that. All those claims that he has specifically stated so many times, especially on his book. But, well, it's just not there. And thanks to North South odds being my favor on Twitter, I got this picture of, that lovely couple, including Wallis Simpson, of course. And the similarities are more than obvious as well. A worn man and a lady that still enjoyed the spotlight, but he was not that keen on that. He was not sold on that public life. It was obvious. They married for love, and the women, married for the clout. The royal stuff. That's something that you can see that, Meghan's stare, Meghan's look, well, let me move it right here. Let's see. I think that he is much more intense. Can we agree that she's got a much more intense look? And by the way, she is used to have better smiles than this one. I can tell you. I've seen Meghan's with genuine smiles at times, and this is not like it. Well, at the same time, we see Harry walking, and when he's going from one place to another, I noticed that there's this tension in his shoulders. You don't see, he looks awkward. And you can see, I want to state something, I want to make it clear something that, for example, when we are past certain age, and a man can have this double chin, but we usually don't have the double chin because we are fat or anything, but because we are bringing our head back. If I do this, if I bring my head back, okay, in that gesture that is more defensive than anything, then I will shorten the length between my neck and my chin, and that flesh is gonna make that double chin that we are. I'm not saying that Harry is out of shape. I think he's average for the average guy. It's okay, I guess. But we see that level chin because he is making that defensive gesture. Like he's tense, Try to mimic his posture, and you will notice immediately how he is. Yeah, not awkward, but it's more like he is. He's resisting being there. He's not enjoying his time there. It's that same look that we saw in the picture of in this picture. See the picture here. Let me move this, make some arrangements. Yeah, very much. We could say it's the same. We could say it's the same. Remember that we are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and you can activate the captions and the subtitles on YouTube and Facebook manually. And remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of my live streams. We're moving on from this picture. We see that same expression that you know that they take a lot of pictures, right? In these events, they need a lot of pictures. They need to have enough records of what happens, for PR reasons, for the news reasons, and for Archwell. Archwell needs those records to have in their archives because they want to keep track of all these achievements they have made in these events and all these charities and all these initiatives. And I always suggest to my clients, and I do it myself, that once you are in the public spotlight, once you leave your hotel room and fit your jacket and fit your tie, it's showtime. You have to transform yourself. You have to flex your face muscles. You have to present your best face to everybody at all times. Maybe if you get into an elevator and you're by yourself, or Harry's with Meghan, well, there's no need to. You can rest your face for a couple seconds, maybe 1 minute, but you should be grateful of what you are doing at every minute, and you should be grateful for the people who came to listen to you and listen to your drivel. But Harry is not even interested in that. He's not even thankful for any of that. That's why you see all these expressions from beginning to end. And I am not being picky. I am not being picky. I genuinely tried to find Harry smiling this time, and I couldn't find one single picture when he was genuinely excited or happy or joyful, or at least trying to play that part. Okay, like hey, we are here. As people want this message, we're here to propagate, to amplify that message. But not even that is enough for Harry to try a bit harder with his smile. Try to do the right thing, and at least try to project that charisma that he used to have years ago. No, he doesn't even care anymore. Even if the topic of the event is really current, is really important, and they're talking about mental health. Okay, you don't have anything to do with social media and teenagers, okay, but you are bringing that awareness to the topic, which is, in my opinion, very important. Not even that, he doesn't even care. He stopped trying long ago. And the best example that he's been absolutely awkward was this picture. I think this picture perfectly depicts what is Harry right now. And I always suggest that if you want to feel how a person was feeling at a certain moment, or if you don't know what a posture means, mimic the posture, or mimic the facial expression, or mimic the hands and the feet, and you will be able to feel whatever the person was feeling at that moment. In this case, it's a bit difficult. Try to not strain your neck or your body. Try to warm up, because this posture is rather uncomfortable. We can see it for ourselves. That look at his feet. They are pointing to each other. We have seen Harry in that kind of posture, like in the Oprah interview. In the Oprah interview, he did something that is even worse. That it's putting one foot like vertical, like the sole vertical, and the other shoe like over that vertical shoe. That is one of the worst things that you can do as a man, because well, you're not even respecting your own shoes, which are a symbol of your power. But right now he has those those toes facing to each other, and it's a really weak, it's a really weak posture. He should have his feet like flat on the ground to each side. That hand, that his hand was constantly stroking his thigh. That is also insecurity. That's also being, hey, I'm nervous about this. And he's got no frame. No, at the same time, that men need to keep their frame at all times. You can be relaxed. We saw that on Williams' posture the last time we saw him in New York City, by the way. But no, there's no frame in here. He's just letting himself go. So we are looking at a Harry that is not even trying anymore. He's not even trying. He's not caring. He's not interested in any of this. He's just there because, well, what else can he do? And in this news that we have been seeing lately, I need to compare these two. I need to compare these two to one news that popped up today, which was this: Jada Pinkett Smith says her and Will Smith have been separated since 2016. And I went like, what? Like Will Smith went full cock. I there's no, like, I have no other word for him. I was flabbergasted about him this time reading this news, because, and I tweeted this. So according to Jada, they have been separated since 2016. That means Will put himself through the entanglement, red table talk circus, and slapped Chris Rock for a woman that has openly mocked him many times. I got no pity for him. And tell me if we are not seeing the same with Harry. And people are already placing their bets. What if Meghan in 2025 says, hey, we have been separated since 2021, but a bit around July, August 2021. Oh, shocking. Nobody noticed at all. Of course, nobody had noticed that. So, yes, I think Jada woke up today. I said, I've been looking at Amber Heard and Meghan Markle, and I have to do something too. I've been falling behind. I have been falling behind with my narcissistic journey, with my whole billion journey. I had to do this, and boy, did she catch up with Meghan and Amber. Big way. But